Hello everybody, it's John Johnston, CornNation, coming to you with a Northern Illinois preview and perhaps some things that we should watch for this weekend as Nebraska plays Matt Rhule's home opener on a Saturday night in Lincoln. So many fun things could happen. Fun things against Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois is from the Mid-American Conference, MAC Conference. They're not a Power 5 school. Nebraska is favored by 11 at this time. And the Huskies come in with a seventh-year quarterback, Rocky Lombardi, who has the most football name you could possibly, like if his name was Rocky the Rock Lombardi, something like that, you could get more football-y. But seventh-year quarterback, they returned their entire offensive line, their top running back transferred out, but they still have some good players on offense, which is good because we have a good defense and we should match up well against Northern Illinois. They were 3-9 in 2023. The year before that, they won the MAC championship. Last year, they were 115th in rush defense, and I wouldn't expect that. Their defense needs to improve, probably will improve or be better than that this year, but I guess we're going to find out Saturday night. Northern Illinois comes into this game with a record of 1-1. They won an overtime thriller against Boston College to begin the season. Then last week they lost to the Southern Illinois Salukis. Southern Illinois is a FCS team, but I wouldn't say, ooh, they're an FCS team. They must be terrible. Southern Illinois is currently ranked 18th in FCS, so they're one of the top FCS schools in the nation. And, FCS top teams, two group of 5 teams, there's not really that huge a difference. Right now, through 2 games, Northern Illinois is 89th in rush defense in yards per carry and 63rd in yards per game nationally. So that bodes well for a Nebraska offense that really needs to and really wants to run the ball. And that's probably the biggest thing to watch out for Saturday night. Okay, the second biggest thing. You know what the biggest thing is? It's the turnovers, obviously. Now, right now, as of Thursday, Matt Rhule has kind of said Jeff Sims isn't entirely ready to go. I'm guessing it'll be a game-time decision. He's got an ankle problem. You kind of look at it if you're a Nebraska fan, and you're probably thinking, what if they don't play him at all? You wouldn't want to play a guy who has ankle problems in an offense where you want to run the ball successfully, and that's his biggest asset, where his other biggest asset is throwing turnovers to the opponents. I mean, it's an asset for them. But maybe we'll see Heinrich Haarberg in this game as a starter. And that would be interesting because, I imagine there's a lot of you thinking, well, I'd love to see Heinrich Haarberg start, and maybe we'll get what we want. And that could be the worst thing possible because, if Heinrich Haarberg comes in and throws 3 interceptions to the other team, that's how interceptions work, then we're all going to be very happy to watch this team the rest of the season, aren't we? So, what to watch, I've gone through some of that. I think the biggest thing to watch on the positive side is, can Nebraska score 30 points in this game? Because if Nebraska's offense could score 30 points in this game, that gives you some hope that they could at least keep up with the Bryant-Ferentz contract qualifications for him to keep his job, which is scoring 25 points a game. And if Nebraska can score 25 points a game, we probably can win enough games to get to a bowl game, maybe even more if the offense figures itself out. I get too positive, you get all freaky on me. We are a young defense. I think, let's see, against Colorado we played 29 guys, and we played like 27, I think, against Minnesota. We're playing a lot of guys, and we're particularly young on defense. You look around, and I think Nebraska's maybe going to lose 3 players. Granted, from the transfer portal, we might lose more, but there's only like 3 seniors, I think, on this entire team. Very young team. So watch for all the different guys that get to play, I guess. That bodes well for the future, getting them experience. Obviously, the number one thing is eliminating turnovers. You know, maybe a quarterback could catch a snap that's right to him. I mean, remember Adrian Martinez trapping, you know, getting snaps that were like 15 feet over his head and stuff. Jeff Sims has had balls snapped right in his hands and he still dropped them. Or he's called for the ball to be snapped right when the motion man's in the way. And, you know, that's just dumb. Those are stupid mistakes from probably trying too hard or pressing too much or thinking too much about it or not thinking at all. A lot of options there, huh? Let's see, dumb penalties, you know. But, you know, false starts. Holding penalties are not so bad. I guess they don't call that many. And holding penalties, if you can't block a guy, you need to hold him so he doesn't kill your quarterback and cough up the ball. Screamed about that years ago with Adrian Martinez. But, you know, aggressive penalties, personal foul penalties, kind of stupid sometimes, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, all right, they were aggressive. That's better than being a bunch of pansies, right? A bunch of wiener boys laying around, right, waiting for somebody to run over you. The other thing I have written down is finish blocks. And Dr. Rob Zadiska and Travis Justice did a video where they're breaking down plays, and I think they're pretty cool videos. But they showed one where Thomas Fidone came out on an Irvin run that was a long run, but if you made one block at the next level, Irvin might have broke it for a touchdown. And that's the kind of stuff. I think you saw a lot of improvement from week 1 to week 2 in the blocking. Now, what needs to happen is when we're putting a guy in motion and we're doing some of this trap stuff and some of the counter blocks, those are the ones that really need to hit. They need to hit their guy, or they need to find a guy at the next level and hit him. And those are the ones you want to start breaking in this game. We want to see, let's say, 5 runs over 20 yards instead of just a few or 1 or 2. Get some more explosive plays out of the running backs because the blocking is good. Another thing to watch for is this, a good start to the game. In years past, I've said when Nebraska starts poorly, their minds just turn into mush and they lose confidence and they fall apart. And is that going to happen in this game? Just watch for it. They still have the same mentality, oh shit, here we go again, we're going to lose. That's, you know, I think that's key for watching a team grow together and get better. You know, it's just something else that we need to worry about. Okay, Jeff Sims' injury, I talked about that. Here's the key. Northern Illinois, we're favored by 11. We should beat Northern Illinois. It'd be nice if we won the line or, you know, beat them by like double digits. Maybe like a good, let's say 31-17 score would be nice, or 31-0 would be even better. But I don't know if we can pitch a shutout just because, I mean, it's just, you know, I can't dream that big. Oh, by the way, Northern Illinois lost to the Salukis of Southern Illinois by throwing 3 interceptions. So other teams can do that. Maybe we'll get takeaways and we'll get a positive turnover ratio in this game. That would be something else to look for. And I think that's about it for things to look for. This should be a fun Saturday night in Lincoln. And if it isn't a fun Saturday night in Lincoln, God help us all. Just think positive for now. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for support. I'm here in my backyard with a big raspberry bush that put out massive tons of raspberries this year. And because I walked down to the tree and I forgot all my notes. And then I walked back and I was disappointed and disgusted. So I thought, well, this looks rugged enough, doesn't it? Yes. Take care of yourselves. Go Big Red. Thank you for your support again.